oh, this is the way I am. This is the way I am. This is the way I am. Your husband will tell you this is the way I like it. You say, hey, husband, you knew me. Oh. Hi guys, you're welcome to the channel. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome to It Is All About Us, guys. This channel is all about us. And guys, the video before this one, I explained the reason why I've not been uploading video on YouTube. And guys, I'm back on YouTube, back better, bigger. A lot have happened to me this year, and guys, that is why we are here now. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about improving on our mind, improving on our mindset, improving on how we see things, our perspective, you know, I've heard people say most of the times, this is the way I am. Once you see me, I'm just like this, you know. I too, I used to say those, I used to make those comments before. I used to say, talk like that. Oh, that's the way I am. Yes, that's the way I am. But guys, we need to have the mind of improving on ourselves, because I'm just sharing this because these are my personal. I'm having my birthday very soon, and I'm going greatness. The noise is entry. Kids are playing in front of me, guys. So as I was saying, we'll say that this is the way we are. I'm going to be sharing few things throughout this month. I'm going to be sharing different attitude that I worked on. You know, I had to do away with. You know, I'm going to be sharing them on different episode, maybe like four episode or 5s, to just to let you guys know that these were issues I dealt with and I had to let it go. So this is part of them. This mindset, you know, in this aspect, mindset is broad. If there's anything I know God called me to come and do in this life, it has to do with the mind. You know, the mind. If I'm going to be a public speaker anytime soon, it's still going to it's going to be connected to mind. I can coach people on the mind, how the mind works. So what I'm saying in essence is that I'm going to be sharing with you guys the attitude I had to let go, I had to work on, so that I can grow. So this part of it, you know, I've seen people make that comment that never say never. Yes, it's true. Never say never. Yeah. So this is one of them about, oh, this is the way I am. While I was much more younger, I used to have issue of communication with people. Oh my God, it was so terrible. When I'm saying one thing and people are understanding something else. Maybe probably in the way I smile, in the way I might smile to them, they'll communicate it wrongly. I might make a comment, and what I'm saying, well, it's not what they understand. It became a very big issue for me. And when people complain about it, I tend to feel bad, because that was not what I really meant. But that was what they understand. Maybe probably somebody is saying hi to me and I embrace one other person so well. Probably I'm rushing. I don't have the time to embrace the other person the same way I embraced the first one. They read meanings to it. So it affected me for so long. And when somebody tried to say, I'll say that's where I am, that's the way I am. I'm trying to communicate. There's a particular way I communicate. And someone is telling me that this thing I said, well, I'll say, my sister, that's the way I am. You know, it's good to have principles. It's good to be the way you are. But there are some points in life where as we grow, we start working on ourselves. You know, I brush my teeth more than 3-4 times a day. My daughter asked me one day, Mommy, why is it that you brush your teeth more than everybody in this house? You know, I wanted to say that's the way I am. I said, yes, I brush my teeth more than everybody in this house because I like it. Don't you like it? I had to look for another way to express myself. Me of before, I don't think I'll express myself that way. I'll say, I'll I might say it another way, but for her to be comfortable in her share, I have to express myself like that. So what am I saying in essence? We have to grow in our mind. We have to grow in the way we do our things as time goes on, because we ourselves, we are growing in age. We are growing in every area of our lives. So why can't we grow in our attitude also towards things, towards the way we are? Oh God, I hope you guys are understanding this whole message I'm trying to pass through. So people used to complain about so many things about me, few things about me, if not so many, because it's actually many. So I had to work on myself, because I kept saying that's the way I am, and people kept getting hurt by the way I probably say hello to them, you know. So when I found out that it was hurting people, I had to change. Depending on the person, I had to change how sooner. Oh, I listened to Miss Awoshinka. Oh my goodness. I can get her name and put it in the screen. She's a public speaker. There was a story she gave which I could connect with. Oh my goodness. I just thank God I remembered. She said her sister was getting married. So she was the one getting everybody to go. They were in the house preparing, making her sister up, all the girls, all the bride train and all of that. So time was going. Her sister makeup was almost through. And people were in the house just lying around. They were not going. So she had to tell everyone, please, we have to go to church. We have to go to church now. We are running late. The pastors are already in church to get her sister ready. You know, she said she started pushing everybody to go out. And the lady who made her sister up came to meet her and told her, Ma, it's time for me to do your makeup. She was like, me, makeup? I'm not doing makeup. I'm already late for church. Everybody, let's go, including you, the makeup artist. So she said she finally she finally made everyone to come out, and she locked the door and they headed to church. Her sister got married. So she said this is like 10, 15, 20 years later. I can't even remember how many years later. She went somewhere to preach, whether it was in a church or it was a conference. I can't remember the actual detail, but I remember the story because I could connect to that story. So she went for a conference. Then there was a young man who came and said, oh, ma, said hello to her and said, my wife had something to tell you. She said, oh, beautiful. She said she wanted to meet the wife, and the wife came. So the wife said, ma, please, can you remember me? She said, no, I can't remember you. She said, oh, I was the young lady that did your sister's makeup at her wedding. She said, oh, wow, I can't remember. He said it was a long time ago. He said, ma, do you know what you did to me that day? Damaged. I can't put it in the exact word, but I can put it in the way I got the message personally. She said, what you did in that day destroyed my, oh God, I can't find the word. It destroyed her self-esteem. It made her feel she wasn't worthy enough to make her up. That when she told her that she wanted to make her up, the woman said she was not in for a makeup. And she told her to go. She said that destroyed her self-esteem. That damaged her mindset. That she grew up believing that she wasn't enough. The woman said, oh my God. She said she had to plead with her. She had to encourage her. She had to tell her that it wasn't all about you that day. My sister was almost going late for her wedding, and I needed to let everybody go. And I don't do makeup. The only makeup I do, even if it's on her own wedding day. She said all she does is just to put light powder in her face with her lipstick. That's all. She doesn't need to do extra. So it wasn't about you. So she said from that day she made it she made an effort. Anybody she meets, she said even if she's in an airport, she's running late, she wants to catch her flight, she said she must wait. Anybody that is saying hello to her to at least ask for their name. She had to grow her mindset. She had to improve on herself, because there are some things people are complaining about you Yes, we don't care. We don't give a damn. People say things. But there are sometimes we just watch and think a little. And you find out that there are some things there that we can actually adjust. You know, I personally, I had a lot of things people are complaining about, even my family members. There are sometimes I just hold on and make adjustments. So there are things that we shouldn't always have that attitude of, oh, that's all we have. Yeah, that's how we have. Not necessarily in everything. There are some things that we can improve on. Change is permanent. Change is constant to every human being. So there are some things that you can consciously improve yourself on and tell yourself, this thing, I can improve. You know, I gave an instance of me brushing my teeth 4 times a day, if not more than, or sometimes 3 times, sometimes 2 times, depending on how that day is, you know. Before I got there, I didn't used to brush my teeth before I go to bed. I had issues with my teeth. I removed one teeth. I was about removing the other one before I had to tell myself that, hey girl, you can actually work on brushing your teeth every day more than once. I started with once. I moved to 2. Guys, sometimes I brush my teeth. There are sometimes I eat, instead of me to use what's it called? Toothstick. Is it what they call this thing? Because I don't use it anymore. Toothpick, yeah. Because I don't use it anymore, I don't remember the name. I just have something stuck in my teeth. Initially, I'll take toothpick but they say experience is the best teacher, but I believe it's not in all circumstances because people can die through experience sometimes. So that's why I don't agree with that statement totally. I have things stuck in my teeth. I had to use toothbrush to remove it. I became so intentional about me brushing my teeth. To the extent now, if I don't brush my teeth, I can't sleep. You know, so it was an intentional movement, if that's the word. I had to be intentional about it because I knew that this thing was detrimental to my health. It wasn't helping me, you know. So I had to just brush my teeth. I had to work on it. I had to be intentional about it. So we can't just be saying, oh, this is the way I am, this is the way I am. Yes, it's good to be where you are. There are some things you can improve. Oh, I'm a Christian. I can't find myself in a mosque. I'm a Christian. I can't do this. I can't. What about you not going to the mosque? What about making friends with those Muslims to win them to Christ? That's an improvement. That's an improvement in your mindset. What about hanging out with them intentionally because you have a purpose? That's a shift of an improvement in the mindset. So there are some things we can improve on in our thinking, in the way we do things, because sometimes I'm not giving more privilege to those who say things about us, but we have close friends who say some things about. There are some things that we ourselves even know is wrong, but we do. But we can actually improve in these things as we are growing, as time moves on. You know, we just need to make an adjustment. You can't just keep saying that's the way you are, that's the way you are. You don't change in the way you talk. You don't change in the kind of friends you have. You don't change in the things that you prioritize. You know, you can actually prioritize the wrong thing and you think it's something good. Priorities should change. That's an improvement. Your priorities should change. You know, there are people who they prioritize drinking Coke. They prioritize drinking juice every day. It's the wrong priorities because it's detriment to their health. It's going to harm them. I've shared stories of how Coke almost killed my neighbor in school. Not in school. While I was working back then in Abuja, Nigeria. She drinks up to 3 bottles of Coke every day. Because those days we were using bottles in Nigeria. So once she drinks them, she'll leave them outside. Then in the evening, in the night, when she's done with everything, she'll go and give the people she bought it from. You know, there's a way they do it in Nigeria back those days. If you don't bring the bottle, you don't collect your change. So I see her do it every day. I'll tell her, hey girl, this thing is not good. She says she's already addicted to it. Until one day, she fell at work. Why? Because of coke. That was the day she vowed. She stayed in the hospital for almost 2 weeks because of coke. She had this sharp pain in her tummy because of coke. She's married now. She has 2 or 3 kids, I guess. So she prioritized the wrong thing. So you can change your priorities. You can't just say, this is the way I am. Our priority then is to drink coke every day. You can decide to change it to doing exercise every day. You can change our priorities. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. I've come to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be giving you people more videos. I'm going to be sharing the things I had to do away with, you know, that really helped me in my life today. My birthday is coming soon, so I'm just going to be sharing those things I gave. I had to let those characters go so that I can make progress, you know. And the first video I did, that was one of the tips I gave also. I had to know how to dare. I had to be comfortable with making mistake. I have to be comfortable. When I make mistake, I'm comfortable that, oh, I make this mistake. What can I do next? What's the solution? So that I don't make that mistake the other time. That was what I shared in that video. So I don't make the mistake the other time. Instead of me to even be afraid to start, or be afraid to do, or be afraid to ask questions, or be afraid to ask question and be turned down, or to be afraid to ask something and be told no. So I had to do away with that mindset. So that was what I shared in that first video. And this very one, I'm telling you guys about not to be saying this is the way I am, this is the way I am, this is the way I am. You have been like that for 20 years. Have you changed? Yeah. And people, please don't get me wrong. There is a way that you are that is really paying off for you. And you can also improve on that way. You can also improve on it. Just like me, I don't know how to tuck in my shirts. No matter the dressing. Anytime I talking in my shirts, it seems so weird. Like, and I see people do it and I admire them so well. They look so good. For me, I know Sabiam. Anytime I wear a shirt, like this shirt now, guys, let me show you guys what I'm wearing. Like this shirt I'm wearing now. Can you see it? This shirt I'm wearing now, if it's to be other people, they will tucking it in because that would be a perfect style for it. But me, it's weird. So now I'm saying that's the way I am. This is the way I like to dress. But I can actually also improve. Maybe one day I'll tuck in the shirts. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. This is the second time I'm saying it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. And I hope you're going to improve on yourself. Improve on everything. Don't just keep saying, oh, this is the way I am. This is the way I am. This is the way I am. Your husband will tell you this is the way I like it. You say, hey, husband, you knew me. Oh, that was what I told you before you married me. Wife will tell you the same thing. You say, hey, if you cannot accept me like this, I explained to you, no. We can actually improve on the way we are. We can actually improve because the most important thing in life is change. You can actually improve the way you drink water. It might be too much. It might be too low. You can improve in it. You can improve in your sex life. You can improve in your reading time, in your study time. You can improve in how you take care of your kids, your husband, your wife. You can actually improve in that. That is the way you are because you can actually change it. This video is almost 20 minutes, guys. I've come to the end of this video because I can actually do this video like an hour I wanted to go live on this topic, but on Instagram, but I said I should share it with you guys first. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.